I told him he respects it. He's gonna stay the fuck out of the South. The problem they have doesn't lie with us. The reason they started shooting loose because apparently you know, when we were being held up, you went on the radio.
Yeah, I mean, I was calling it in that they were circling. And
Yeah.
They came back, and then you know they told me to stop talking on the radio, so I did that. But yeah, I see it.
Now, I mean, I told Clark and Apple they did nothing wrong. They actually did the right thing. Let's not, you know, I'm not gonna stand here and say, SOB if they wanted a conversation. They
would have fucking called.
They would have called us. When I told them that, they basically said like, they basically fucking said that, you know.
Brother, anyone can roll up 6 deep with fucking class 2s on someone's block and catch them with their fucking pants down. My thing is like, did we have no clue this happened beforehand? And we just weren't informed, or like,
so
were we just not informed?
They've been Luciano. They've been fucking the North is apparently Apple's telling us they fucking ran. They've been robbing money runners, and it's like the problem is we are in a shit situation here because if they're starting shit, which you know they can do whatever the fuck they want. How are we going to find out about it? And what's stopping them rolling through? Because people don't know about the divide yet. So things are an absolute mess right now, and things are gonna be a mess until we, you know. I think Arush needs to speak to Forehead. And I've let Miguel know, but expect this to happen more often because they're not gonna call us every time they do some fucking dumb shit or take someone out.
Yeah, I mean, right on the spot, I called Lang, right? Oh, he called me, and he's like, they had robbed these money runners, this SOB money runner. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Oh my god.
And then right at that fucking minute, these guys roll up on us like instantly.
Fucking hell.
I didn't know beforehand. It was just right as, like 10 seconds almost.
They
15
ocean
seconds
dumped
after.
their fucking guy, and then this is exactly why. I know you guys want to fight each other's wars, right? And like, you know, me personally, you know, I'm sorry, but like, I personally don't, and I'll stand on that. Like, it's not that I hate these guys. I fucking don't. I don't hate Lang. I don't hate fucking Tony. No matter what's happened, it's just that, like, brother, I don't want to keep fucking. I don't want to keep doing fucking wars, and I don't really want to fight someone else's wars when they're fucking out there robbing people, you know. And you know, it's. I don't know how we stop this from happening. To be honest. Well, I don't think they should have to clean up our mess, and I don't think we should have to clean up their mess, personally. It's just, I just don't think it's fair.
You know, I could see your point, but like, I think it's inevitable to a certain degree. It's just, you know, I see what you're saying with Miguel. He said, you know, I can respect it, blah, 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 fucking South, whatever. But the fact is, like, I don't think overall, long-term, it's going to work. So I just think we fight each other's shit. We just gotta be informed and not take meetings outside after we get a phone call about that kind of shit. Like, obviously it was 10 seconds later. Like, it's one of those things, but like, I wish, did they just do it? Like, this is a two-parter. One is if they just did it and they called us immediately and we got rolled up on immediately, you know, sometimes timing is just shit, right? But if they did it a while ago and they're just calling us a millisecond before we get rolled up on, brother, you got to give us a fucking fighting chance, you know? Like, they got to give us a heads up.
Well, I hung up with Lang, and they rolled up like almost instantly after that.
They didn't. Miguel, listen, I don't know how much to trust this. He didn't know about the split. They know now. I didn't give him the whole fucking spiel because it's our fucking business, not theirs. But I told him what's up. His exact words are, "I'll stay the fuck out of the South, and I'll take this issue up with fucking Lang."
Well, that's the thing too, is like, do we want that? Because like I told Harry this, Lush, he's the only person I've heard say that. Whenever I talk to Marty, it's the opposite, and he's like the spokesperson for Lang.
I feel like I keep repeating, like, this is the agreement that we agreed to this. I don't know why other people are saying otherwise. And
what is Martin saying? What is Martin saying?
Because I think they think otherwise. No, I know. I'm not saying it's out of hate. I'm just saying, like, when I held that initial meeting, our last like official together meeting, and said some people are going to go to the South. There's a list, blah blah blah. You'll be notified. Or sorry, go to the North. Some people are going to be notified. Blah blah blah. I was saying that I'm still going to fight for these guys. They're going to still fight for me, because that was like at the time that was kind of the agreement. And then you guys walked in and said the opposite, and I was like, okay, so then it's the opposite. But then Marty continued to say the initial thing. So
But didn't we then walk in, me and Luce, and just completely stomp that out? Like
Yeah, we did.
Clark.
personally, I disagree with that call. But if that is the call, then that is the call, and I will follow it.
Why do you
It
disagree
is-
with the call?
Go on. Yeah,
Uh,
I'd like to hear this too.
In my opinion, like they're still Cypress. Like
Yeah,
Like,
I agree, brother. But why was there separation in the first place? You think we wanted this
Exactly.
shit?
We don't want this
You think
shit.
we wanted this
man.
shit?
no, I'm not saying anyone
So-
wanted this shit.
So if there was a separation, why are we gonna fight their fucking wars?
If they're going out robbing money, robbing fucking money runners, like.
I
the way
agree, it's
see
not
it-
ideal. I think we all agree it's not ideal.
And the way I see it is, if we want to act as one big fucking happy family, this split should never happen in the first place.
I agree. It is very confusing territory, but that's just like maybe it's emotion, maybe it's, you know, but that's where my head is at. But if you guys do not want to do that, if you don't want anyone in this house to do that, then we will not do that. No problem.
I'd like to stick to the agreement until otherwise.
I mean, it doesn't mean it
Okay.
can't change in the future, but that's the agreement, brother.
As per yeah, until
There was-
until otherwise, yeah, exactly.
There was a split, and this fighting each other's wars is not splitting. That's still being won, right? And there has to be a difference, and that's the main difference right there. If war spills, we fight it together. If not,
Like the
handle your own
Besties.
fucking business.
Okay, but so what do we do in this situation now? Because we just lost 2 shotguns, 3 or 4 deagles.
We had
That
to
are
swallow
re-
the fucking pill. Miguel now knows. Hopefully, in the future, this doesn't happen again. Arusha's going to talk to fucking Besties. They're the 2 main culprits. Like, we need to fucking rebuild in the South a little bit before we start even thinking about fucking wars. We need to get back on our feet before we start thinking about
So-
fighting anyone else's fucking war. I mean,
so this
I'm
is
shocked that
just a fuck. We take it. We move on.
we have no choice. In terms of Miguel is convinced that fucking they had us with our fucking hands up, and Luce was on the fucking radio. I mean, if I was in that situation, I probably would have blasted too. You and fucking Zeke try to save it. You're doing a pretty fucking good job. You made the right call, but we got fucked there. The cops took the shit. Complete waste.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. I see what
It's-
I see what you're
I'm
saying.
getting
Just-
fucking
I'm
worked
just-
up. I mean,
I am as
because
well.
on paper this sounds like a great idea, but unfortunately, brother, you know, I me and Luce, none of us wanted this fucking split, but this is a reality.
But do we just have
and-
to watch from across the street? Like,
Well, brother,
That-
did
that's
they
on
come
my-
in fucking saving us? Let me ask you that.
I don't know. I don't know where they were at. It's not a bad question, but
We knew last minute that these guys were fighting each other. They were on rooftops and shit, waiting in the north, knowing that they were getting hunted down by gangs. We knew last fucking minute. And then you want us to go fight their wars? I mean, if they really wanted to keep an eye out, they would have fucking called us a long time ago. Let us know ahead of time. Last fucking minute, I hang up the call. This motherfucker pulls in.
The thing is, listen, you know, this outcome probably serves them best because they want us to unite in wars. Now, you know, to be honest with you, like, I don't really like. I'd rather not fight each other's wars, but it wouldn't be the fucking worst thing in the world. I just, me personally, like, I feel like, you know, personally get tired of fucking wars every fucking week with the same fucking people. Like,
I mean, I agree.
we have a chance
I
here to
agree.
try and do something a little bit different, to get back on our feet, to get our fucking money up. You know, splash out a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm telling you can start fighting fucking wars because motherfuckers want to start robbing money runners. Like, you are going to stay in the negative, my friend. I'll tell you that right now. You will not be climbing out the hole, Clark. You'll probably be digging further down.
Yeah, but like, if I see where you're coming from, but I mean, what you said, you know, maybe they were just sitting across the street, fucking on rooftops, watching us get shot down. So that's the most frustrating thing. Is maybe you're right.
No one come through. Now, I don't know if they were there or not, but no one come through and gave us a fucking hand. And this was going on for a hot minute. It wasn't like it was like a short thing.
Yeah. I just I agree with what you guys are saying. Unfortunately, and this is always our fucking kryptonite, but if that's the case, then like we have to keep them. They have to inform us.
They do, yeah.
They just have
100%.
to. Like communications just have to be way better than what we can ever dream of for this to work.
I found out in prison just now that there was a bank truck that was counted. The Besties counted the North's bank truck or some shit.
Mm. So
And
is
then,
that what spilled?
And then they went to go rob one of SOB's money runners. And then all of a sudden now these guys are fucking convoying. We leave in a fucking ambulance and we see the convoy right up in the middle of the fucking street.
Seen that.
I just don't I have to trust that Miguel is going to stick to his word, and we have to trust the Roosh can speak to fucking forehead. I mean, the manor, there's no way we can talk to those guys. There's no fucking way. There's too much bad blood there. But I think we can speak. Me and Luce can definitely, Anna Roosh can speak to Hydra too. I think they'd respect it, to be honest.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if that's the best case forward is like set expectations for other people, but all that looks like from an outside perspective is us throwing them under the bus. Like that's if I'm another gang and I get a call from one of you guys.
SOB is convoying in Cypress right now, by the way.
Well, they
right.
Yeah, thank you. They fucking
They know now. They know now.
They know.
But what is this gonna do with us in the North though? Because other gangs, I'm not worried about. If it spills over, it spills over.
Terms. He's completely good with him. I think you're very much concerned about them, and I get it.
Yeah.
Know? But Lang agreed to these terms. He knows. It's not like he's agreed to this shit. He's all good with it. Things could change in the future, but for right now, like I strongly believe that we have to rebuild in the South before we start even thinking about going to fucking war. I tell you right now.
I completely agree. I just think the North is on the complete opposite thinking.
I think they're in denial, and I think it stems from Tony. And Tony has this like whole big view about like, we're still one big fucking family. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like he's not wrong, but the agreement has to be stuck to.
I get you.
We aren't fighting each other's wars.
I think you guys might need to explain that to them because I don't think they understand. Because from everyone else in the North,
convoying in front of their warehouse right now.
Whose warehouse?
The North. Apparently, whenever they robbed the Besties followed them directly to their warehouse.
Listen,
and
let's go fill them in.
their warehouse. So
Don't get me wrong here, Clark. I just hate to see our boys getting fucking bleeding and shit. I fucking hate it. I hate it just as much as you do.
Yeah, I believe that.
But there needs to be a separation, my man. Like, otherwise, why did this all happen in the first place? Like,
I agree.
I agree. It's just I just think you guys need to tell them that because I don't think they're on the same page as we are. Truthfully,
I am not their Don. They have a Don that can explain the agreement to them.
I don't think their Don even knows.
Brother, the Don agreed to it.
But I'm hearing the opposite. That's what I'm saying. I was chilling with Bubbles yesterday. Like everything you guys are saying, I heard the complete opposite from him. That's what I'm saying. There's a miscommunication somewhere.
What did he say exactly?
That nothing's changed. I mean, nothing's changed. Like I'm still gonna have your back, your side, my back. Bop, 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 bop. War happens. Like they have the complete opposite mindset. That's why I was like, Harry, I think you guys got to tell them. Because I don't think they know. Expectations need to be set, and I agree. Like what you guys are saying is they were already set. Like shut the fuck up, Clark. We already set expectations. We already talked to them. We already talked to Lang. But somehow, some way, I don't think it was clear with whichever.
I don't think that's our responsibility, to be honest. They just have to clarify it with Lang. I fucking hate that this shit's fucking happening, man.
The agreement that was made initially,
Zeke's tweaking, bro. Zeke's
we're not fighting each other's wars, and the reason for that is why the fuck are we divided in the first place? If we're just gonna, if they're gonna go and rob money runners, right? And this split happened in our fucking opinion. it's their responsibility to clean up that mess. If it was everyone's responsibility to just clean up that shit, then we should never have split in the first place. So I just need you guys to stand on it and let people know that we're not fighting each other's fucking wars, and just, it doesn't mean it's always going to be like that, but as for now, we're sticking to the agreement.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Zeke?
Oh fuck, what was I about to say? Oh, the whole gangs don't know about North and South. When I heard that Miguel apparently didn't know, that's bullshit, 100%. Like, that is actual bullshit. Every gang knows about North and South.
Because of
Even
like,
the fucking cops know about it.
Even
because, like,
cops
drama,
know.
like
Yeah,
people
because of
spreading our
drama,
business?
everybody knows about North and
Even
South.
Ray called
yes.
me and Lush, the other day, trying to stir some shit.
So I mean, listen, I understand it. I'm down to stand on it and like not fight each other's wars. But all I'm saying is there's no way in God's green earth that a single SOB member did not know about that and didn't mention it once, rolling up there knowing that was going to happen. I think they did it
Agreed.
for the lick, and then now they're acting all, oh, well, we didn't mean it.
Yeah, but who?
That's my honest
like,
opinion.
okay, I guess what I'm trying to say, because I'm not trying to defend anything, I'm just saying is they might know that there is a north and south, but how are they gonna know who the hell is in it?
Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't know. He asked, you know, I think a lot of the trouble comes from this situation is Martin and Larry, and he asked if they were North, and I said yes, and he asked if Lang was North, I said yes. So I don't.
Oh
I think
God.
that, how are these?
Oh, God.
Queenie's right. How are people gonna know who's in North and who's in
God.
South?
Just tell him,
Well,
tell him
per
everyone,
member,
bro.
you know?
Tell him.
Well,
How would they know?
I'll explain this the best way I can. What I'm asked
Tell
is,
everything,
are you
brother.
are you up north with Lang, or are you with the other Dons? I think that in itself explains it. When I get asked questions like that, if you're with Lang, then you're with Lang. If everybody else, when they say the other Dons, I'm assuming they know who the other Dons are.
Yes.
So when
Or
they roll
most
up
of
on you,
them,
Arush,
yeah.
and when they roll up on you, Arush, and Luciano, they know fully aware, and you want to know who is asking about me. In fact, probably the first group that asked me about all this shit, it was SOB. So if anything, they do know. They just didn't give a fuck.
I think they have to hear it from me, Arush, and Luciano. Listen, I don't disagree. I agree with what you're saying. It's very easy just to act ignorant and just be, oh, sorry, I didn't know. But they get away with it this time, right? It's kind of frustrating. The problem is we are at a fucking impossible situation here because I do not think it's fair for anyone. If this separation's happened, if the North is going through and robbing money runners, which they can do whatever the fuck they want, I don't think it's on us to clean it up. When we have plans of like rebuilding, trying to get everyone back up on their feet, it's gonna be a shit show if we just immediately start fighting fucking wars. We're gonna have to speak. Me, Arush, Luciano. We're gonna have to speak to Lang, and go from there.
I have a question. This is really not really that important, but Clark and Apple, did one of you guys start shooting first or no?
Yeah, I shot first.
Gotcha. Okay. Because
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I
understand
shot
what
that
was
pink
going
jacket
on.
right in the fucking dome.
I was just trying to understand if, because I heard, because Alan was speaking pretty loudly and he was saying something like, "We're not
Kill
gonna
them.
shoot him yet. We're not gonna shoot him yet." And
Oh.
then when we pulled up from behind, they said, "We're gonna shoot him. We're gonna shoot him." And then you shot.
Yeah.
So you just pulled it first.
I heard that as well, and
Yeah.
I see my Dons surrounded.
That's right.
I am going to kill everyone in my sight.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he did the right thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if they wanted a conversation I told them next
That's
time,
what I was
fucking
gonna
call
get
us
at.
up for fuck's
Yes,
sake. Like, what
yeah.
the fuck was that?
Because how are they supposed to know? Is they supposed to ask you guys, like, what the fuck are we shooting at here?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not gonna walk in with 6 guns pointed at me, 3 class 2s, 4 class 2s, and
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, what's going on here, brother? They got our
Yeah.
people at fucking gunpoint. We got to try to save them."
I understand that. I'm just trying.
Yeah, no, I'm just
I'm
telling you
saying
that's
they
what my
should have
mindset's at.
called first. Yeah.
Agreed. If that was their
Just-
intent. Agreed.
I think the North, if they've gone around and taken out money runners, unfortunately, this is gonna be.
I know
humbling
Keychain's same,
experience,
bro.
Which listen,
Keychain's
it
same.
sucks. I'm not doing this out of hate for them, guys.
we
I'm
just
doing
gotta
it 'cause
we
this
just
is
gotta
what
go
we
with
fucking
it
agreed
with all the
on,
info
and
we got.
We've been put in this situation and we're trying to navigate through it the best we can.
Yeah.
So
I also think Besties are probably going to either want their Deagle back or they're going to make something out of it as well. So
it's yeah.
Yeah, so if we're really trying to avoid shit, we just give the deagle back.
Yeah, but fuck
Because
them.
they're-
I'm
they're-
gonna be
they're
honest.
gonna
that
do
I'm gonna be
that.
honest.
confuses
Fuck
me
them. I'm
because
gonna be
I got
honest.
pocket wiped by the
agree, but
besties
if
Yeah,
that-
twice
what the
last
fuck?
week.
We're not giving
like,
that shit back.
I
What the
agree,
fuck
but
that.
if we're on that same line of thinking as this whole SOB thing, then what's the difference?
Okay, well, if this brain dead fuck moron is gonna come down to Cypress on a bike and just start
Hey.
shooting people because he thinks he saw a car, he can suck my cock. If he wants
That's
the gun
right.
back, come take
Mine
it back.
too,
What
right
the fuck? That
afterwards.
shit is
That's
stupid as
right.
fuck.
Yeah.
If he wants to cry about his deagle getting took from him, maybe he doesn't roll around somewhere where he's not welcome and just start shooting people.
I do want to
fucking
say
Is this not an
something.
example? Is this not an example of spilling over?
I mean, brother, I mean,
Well, that's on his. That's his
you'll
fault.
see a bestie.
The only difference
you-
is that we ended up on top of that. That's the only difference. Both incidents spilled over. We just didn't all get fucked.
I'm just saying, besties aren't gonna give you jack shit.
I mean,
regardless
things are
of
going to
any
be
sort of-
foggy in the beginning. It's bound to happen. It happened a lot sooner than we expected, but like in back to back. But eventually, things are going to be, you're going to understand exactly how things are going to be working. People are going to know. But right now, it's going to have to.